Okay, there you go.
So we'll see.
6'7".
6'7". Dude, I've been doing that, and she's like, "Stop!"
The kids got me.
I'm like, it got me fucked up.
That's funny.
All right, episode 3.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I was saying 5?
Wait, what are we at?
5?
Yeah, we're on episode 5, dude.
Yeah, 4 drops.
That's
4 drops this
crazy.
week. 4 drops
Monday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, technically.
5 is today. God, dude, that's already 5 episodes.
Think about, actually, I was thinking about this the other day. If when we do this a year, it's going to be 52 episodes. Think about that for a second. Because we do this every week.
Yeah.
The likelihood of us missing a week is slim to none. Because if we can't do it here, we're going to definitely do it on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
We just pull we do it like what, Tuesday? What we do last time, Friday? It wasn't Friday.
Yes, yeah, because of Easter.
Yeah.
Last week was Easter, so we had to kind of adjust some stuff. That was rough. If you saw episode 4,
that was
rough.
Yeah, I felt
because what? That was the one we did that was late, right?
It was like 8. It was 8.
Yeah, and that's late for us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do these like at 4:30 on a Sunday, so it's not as bad. But that late one was tough. I was like, my brain is calling it quits.
Dude, honestly, I've been editing it, and I was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh man, we're not that we're out of it. We're still able to dialogue the same, but it's hilarious to see the difference. But also how dark it is because we had the light, so the darkness is different, and it's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. But how was your week? Good, because you're 8 weeks out.
Yeah, 8 weeks of yesterday. It was good. Just keep moving forward.
Do you feel it?
Yeah. Yeah, like things
this
are getting
because you dropped 2 pounds now?
Yeah, down 2.
Yeah, 2 more pounds this week.
It's been 2 every week, so that's we keep talking about that's really good compared to the 10 or the 5 I would drop occasionally. No, I feel good. Still a little tired here and there. I noticed I'm struggling talking wise with people. Like my brain was shut off midway through.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if that's just me being myself, being dumb, or like literally like I'll be talking. I'm like, what are we talking about again? They'll tell me, and I'm like, oh yeah. Or I just like go from right to left field.
I think, well, especially right now because your food isn't crazy low compared to others in a sense, but it's low for you. Yeah. This is pretty low.
Pretty low, yeah.
And your activity's high.
Yeah, my activity's really high.
Yeah, because we bumped up your activity overall. When we're talking about activity, guys, we're talking about steps and what he has to do throughout the day. That's not including his higher intensity cardio, which your cardio is at 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah.
So that's a little bit more intense to kind of keep that rolling, keep that metabolism active. But the first prep we ever did, we did no cardio and actually helped us. But this time we have a lot more muscle. We want to get a little leaner, so we're trying to get ahead of the curve a little bit.
I want to be a lot more leaner. There's glute lines that you just got to get at a certain level of competition wise.
And this is your first national show, right?
Yeah.
So this is a big one. We want to be able to go in there and my biggest thing is especially knowing what that caliber is like now, more so, because when I was competing before with clients, like we always said, I got how many people we got nationally qualified. We've talked about this before, but nobody was nationally ready, whether it was a physical thing or a mental thing. You know what I mean? And so now that we're at a place now where like Joss went to nationals multiple times. I had a couple others in the past couple of years. Then now you're actually going to be my first guy going to nationals, especially in the classic and bodybuilding side of things.
Yeah, I'm excited. You see it on stories and Instagram posts and blase. And just seeing it in real life, I think it'll be really cool. I ain't going out.
Because you haven't been to a national, like you haven't seen a national.
No, I haven't been like in person at one, but I've heard like people say like they're it's the best of the best. Well, yeah, I expect it to be, So I'm excited for that, and get to do bodybuilding. That's always fun.
Well, it was funny because last time we didn't even plan to do bodybuilding.
No, that was like
because you did classic and bodybuilding, and then we basically we thought your weight cap was higher.
Yeah,
and then you ended up. What did you end up in bodybuilding?
177. I was in the middleweight.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was off lightweight by 1 pound. It was 176. I was 177.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, let me walk around real quick. I'll drop that. But I was like, all right, whatever, let's run it. And
then you got second in bodybuilding.
Yeah, that dude was solid, bro.
He was big. He was big. I saw the pictures and I was like, that's so tough. And that's the hard part with shows like that, bro, because everyone's good, especially in those top 3 most of the time. And then when they're trying to pick apples to oranges, because there was things that you had over them and that they had over you, and it's the little shit that eventually.
It's funny, man. Like I told you, I called you and told you, I was like, well, they had me in the middle.
Yeah.
And I was there, like, soon we started, like, hey, whatever number I was, like 27, I guess. They were like, 27, get to the middle. So I get to the middle, and we run through poses, and then we get to the back. And then right before we got to the ab and thigh, they switched us. And they're like, all right, run it. We did it. And then it was like, all right, y'all are good. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm for sure second or first or second. I knew for sure. I didn't know if I was going to go first, but I knew I made the top 2. So that was pretty cool. And then, and somebody was like, man, good job. I was like, that was like my warm-up, bro. I said, I'm really trying to win this classic. And I ran back on. And, as soon as we went through the mandatory poses, blase, group 1, I was in group 1. And then group 2 came. We watched them. And then they were like, all right, we're going to put y'all out here for first call-outs. And this is my first time we're doing first call-outs, or call-outs in general, because usually they just have, we didn't have a lot. Usually maybe like 5.
Oh, yeah, your first show you didn't have enough people.
No, it was like 5 of us, 6 of us. So it was like one group, that's it. This one we had 10, so they're like, all right, we're going to do 5 and 5.
Is it nerve-wracking for you sitting? Because even though you're ready, were you like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, because like, you just want to make it. Like, I hate to be the guy that did get the first call out. You'd be like, oh, okay. They were like, so they called a dude, the young cat next to me. I figured he was gonna make it. He was solid amongst the people we had. Then they called my number. Okay, cool. Went down the line. I think they took 3 from our group and maybe 4 from our group and another 2 from the other group or whatever. So they was like, all right, firm relax. 27 in the middle. I was like, this is over with. I'm not moving from this spot. And then we ran through all the poses. I sat in the middle. They moved everybody around, like I guess judging with me. And then. Yeah, and we got off, and a young cat, I won't say he was young, but he was real cool. He was like, yeah, man, me and you were, top 2. I said, yeah, bro, that's cool. Like, let's see what happens. And then, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but, like, they don't rejudge.
No. Yeah, after prejudging, it's done.
That's it. Like, you usually in prejudge, if you sit in the middle, usually that's it. I never...
At the amateur level.
At the amateur level, yeah. Now, when you go back nationally and,
Well, in nationals, no, it's pros.
Pros, yeah.
Yeah, or the overalls. Yeah, once you win the class.
Yeah. So, we came back, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to think of my routine, like run through it in my head. I'm like, okay, I do this. Okay, when I get to overall, I know I'm making top 2. Okay, I think I should win classic. Okay, who I'm probably going to go against? I'm thinking like that, right? This young cat's warming up next to me, curling, whatever. He goes, yeah, man, I got to catch a pump this time. I didn't catch one earlier. That's why I wasn't placed really well. And I was like,
oh, shit, I remember you telling me about that.
And I was like, they're not going to rejudge. He goes, what? He was so shocked. And I was like, yeah, they don't rejudge in the amateur level. We're done. Once you hit it, like that's it. He was like, "Are you for real?" And so he went and told his buddy, and his buddy was like, "Yeah, you didn't know." So like, when they started calling us out, he got 4th or 5th, and he was pissed, bro. You could tell in his face. Really? He was mad. Yeah, he was mad. Because I guess he was like, I didn't warm up properly enough, or didn't catch a pump early enough, and I would have placed better.
No, I don't think that matters.
I don't know. I was, a young cat. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Young cat, you in the head. Yeah, I get it. But, like, I was like, no, that's not
necessarily.
That's not how that works.
Because the pump doesn't, like, when you're pumping up backstage, doesn't mean that you're going to be able to hold that going and running through rounds.
No way. I feel like, I won't say I got flatter, but I feel like the more they ran me through, I was getting kind of flat. I kind of could tell I was getting...
You were fading in
a sense, yeah. But, I was like, okay, just hold on to the end. Usually I'm fine. So I was like, I'll be okay. But, you don't want to pump it too much backstage. You just want to pump just good enough where you feel it, right?
You just want to move blood.
Yeah. And let everything just kind of come to you in a way, right? So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today, really, is like, what would you call that? Like people on stage that shouldn't be on stage? Like, I'm pretty sure. If you've been to bodybuilding shows, you will see.
I'm gonna pull this up.
A person who shouldn't be, or you're kind of surprised that they're on stage. There we go. That's
right. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Hang
on. I'm gonna show them or I'm gonna show you so that way you remember which video I'm talking about. Oh shit! Where did I put it? Because it was. Oh, did they delete it? No way. I don't know. No. Here it is. This one. I'm gonna put this one first, but just so that way we can have time. Yeah, this one, right? Is that the one?
That's the one and the other one too.
Yeah. I'll put both of them up. But so here's the thing, guys. Is I'm gonna put it right here so that way you can see what we're looking at. But there's this gentleman, and then there's another one, and this one's a men's physique guy, and then there's a bodybuilder, right?
Yeah,
there's a bodybuilder cat.
Or classic physique, either.
Or classic, yeah. And the problem is that. Okay, how do I say this? So like you said, it's kind of like how do you know you're stage ready? Because bodybuilding contests are not a weight loss contest.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you get to the stage per se. We all work hard. We all do the same stuff. If you came from 300 pounds or you lost 5 pounds, what matters is the end result that's presented on stage. So the thing is what happens is maybe in this instance is you see these guys that are competing for the first time, they're natural, and they prepped for 12 weeks, 10 weeks, 8 weeks, and they get on stage and they're subpar in conditioning, muscularity, whatever. Do you think that there should be a standard for what we allow on stage for bodybuilding shows?
Yeah, like I know it's about making money. It's always a business.
Of course, yeah.
Right, but
like take the business out of it.
Yeah,
but
take the business.
Do you think that there should be a standard?
Yeah, like if you come up there and you know you're not ready, and you know you're not ready. Everybody around you know you're not ready. I think they should be like, hey, that's not the standard. We can't let you like come back next time. Come back leaner. We'll give you a refund.
So let me give you a scenario. Scenario A, like maybe these gentlemen or even other ones, that because we've seen this. It happened at Nationals a couple years ago in the super heavyweights. There was a guy that qualified super heavyweights because he was the only super heavyweight in his class, but he was at like 40% body fat.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he worked out. Went to Nationals, paid all the fees, did all that, and technically, under the terms, won his class, but wasn't in shape like a bodybuilder. Should they still be allowed to compete even though they followed all the guidelines? Or
that was hard because it's by himself. You're like,
right, but these cats might have too, or maybe this is an amateur show. But like, let's say
as an amateur, you would like as an amateur too. I think there's a standard. Everybody knows there's a standard.
Of course,
you know, and I think that's still below the standard. I feel like it makes a mockery out of the sport in a way. Like,
okay, so that's where you're at, kind of. Like,
you're not taking it seriously enough to me. Like,
okay,
like that's cool. Like, if you gotta, if he's in your class and you're like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about that. But like
you see him pumping up, you're like, nah,
yeah, like, okay, whatever, dude. But like, if I was running the bodybuilding show, if I was a sponsor,
promoter, whatever,
I would be like, no, it's making a mockery. It's not. This is not us. This right here is us. That is somebody doing this for, what's it called?
Like a weight loss thing.
Yeah. Wait, not even like a weight loss thing. Just trying to be funny. Like,
oh yeah, there are some people that do get up there.
Yeah, like a joke or
like there's a gentleman. I'm not going to say names, but there's one that comes around in the NPC, and I think you've seen him. He literally competes at every show.
Yeah. And he does he don't do like a routine. He does like dancing and stuff.
Yes, he is funny. But you're right, it does kind of make a mockery. But here's my thing with that situation, right? When you're a first timer, you really don't know what to expect, right? We go up there, whatever. We watch Chris Bumstead. We watch, Jay Cutler's, the Ronnie Coleman's, all, Big Ramy, whoever you want to talk about. Do you think that there needs... Well, okay, actually. You see the standard. You're watching all these videos. You're doing some research. I don't think you ever go through a prep. You don't do a bodybuilding show without doing some research and understanding, right? Whether that's Frank Zane Arnold all the way up into the newer era or whatever. But conditioning, if you're going off of bodybuilding criteria, it's the biggest, leanest guy out there with the best symmetry.
Yeah.
So if you let's say even take muscularity out of it, if you're just not conditioned, meaning that you're not lean enough to where you can see glute and hamstring tie-ins or just the leanest you've ever been, see your abs in general, separation, is that the standard that needs to be set in place? Because you can't really put a percentage on it, because then it's like if you got to be 10% or under, the likelihood of every single person getting there is probably not everything.
They're not very high. There need to be a standard. I think there's a check. I think it should be like a checklist. Like, you got abs, check. Okay, you got quads, there's lines. Okay, check. Okay, you got a glute, hamstring, cool, check. Leanness in the upper body. Okay, cool, check. I think, something like that. Like, I tell you all the time, if you ain't got abs and you're doing a bodybuilding show, you shouldn't be doing a bodybuilding show.
No, I agree. Yes.
That's like the bare minimum in my opinion. Like,
you should at least have that. I agree. Because like that super heavyweight that we were talking about, this was from a couple of years ago, he had nothing. I mean, he looked like a dude that just walks around the beach all the time and maybe lifts weights here and there. Yeah. And then you go up and do a bodybuilding show, and it's, again, the criteria is there for a reason. And granted, you are going to be judged on that criteria, so you're not going to go anywhere. So maybe that is where it becomes a business thing, where this person just paid $400, $500 to compete and is just going to lose. I guess that's on them. There is some self accountability, but also I truthfully think there does need to be somewhat of a regulation because and actually, truthfully, I don't really care about the amateur shows.
Oh,
if you're at a local whatever classic, whatever, that's fine. But if you're at nationals, I think there should be at least a minimum, even if you're not necessarily like peeled. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we can ever dictate that. But if somebody gets up there in that sense where they're 40% body fat, and you can tell this person hasn't dieted at all,
and they're just being, it's up there for a joke, especially at a national level, that's kind of different. Amateur level, it's like
it's gonna happen.
Some people do it as like a checklist, check off the list, or a fantasy football.
It's
loser
like
has to do it type of thing.
Like a bet.
Yeah, like a bet. That's funny. Okay, cool. But once you get like to the national level,
expensive ass bet, bro. It's gotten so expensive to compete.
Yeah, you seen them? They paid for me to do this, and they got board shorts or they're wearing a class physique thong, and they're going against the big guys. Okay, fair enough. I guess that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, like you didn't expect that. You just showed up and they put you out there. That's cool. But like doing it like as a checklist, like, hey, I just want to do it. Okay, that's understandable. Yeah, national level though, you're just wasting time, wasting somebody's spot. I think, in my opinion, you're wasting somebody's spot. I could have got that.
I think that's what I'm more with this whole scenario, because even taking the gentleman that we put up on the videos, if that's an amateur show, fuck it, it's fine. Yeah. Because the thing is, you're not trying to go professional. Going professional requires a certain look and is always going to require a certain look. So the thing is there should be a higher standard to that. Yeah. How we're going to do that, or if it'll ever do that, it's not going to. No. But the thing is I do think that people need to start saying something, because the fact that we're having people that are just, like you said, making a mockery, or just not understanding that the dynamic of bodybuilding is trying to chase perfection. If it doesn't mean that people shouldn't compete because they want to check it off. It doesn't mean all that like negatives. It's just at the end of the day, there is a criteria for a reason. If it was a weight loss competition, like summer shredding, they have transformation. You have I've lost over 150 pounds and whatever. And those physiques, the ones that are winning, don't look all the time like bodybuilders. No. They look like somebody who lost 500 pounds.
Everybody knows summer shredding is something like that. Like, hey, correct. It's for bodybuilding. You also have bodybuilding, but it's like, hey man, let us see your transformation. Like, that's understandable. Like, throw that into a regular show now if you want to. Like, hey, we're gonna do something like summer shredding where you dropped how much weight, you won, whatever. That's fine. That's cool. But make it known what it is.
Yeah, but then the bodybuilding criteria, the classic physique, the men's physique, or even on the women's side, they're just different. Take your original classes that were bodybuilding classes, keep them there, and let those compete. And the thing is also, if you get somebody from the transformation era that competes in the regular divisions, judge them accordingly. Do not give them any sort of graces. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes that happens where they're like, oh, he looks really good though, and he's lost 300 pounds.
No.
And?
Does he look good next to the guy with glutes?
Striated glutes and fullness. And exactly.
You judge him like you would everybody else. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I guess you can also, we can get into the next subject. Like, how or when is you tell a client, like, you're not ready for this, or you're not ready for this show, or hey man, you've been struggling, we're not going to be ready or in time for this show the way you want to do good, or not you, but like the client wants to do, right? Or because I'm kind of like in between with this, it's like, hey coach, I will still want to do it. But if you're not at your best, I want you to know, like, you're not at your best. So go in there understanding that, but I know you kind of want to already be done with it in a way. Like, I worked hard
as a coach.
Yeah, like you understand. Like, hey, the client that came to you, like, hey, I want to do a show in 12 weeks, and they struggled all the way up to, and you're like, man, I'm gonna be honest, you're not ready, but you tell me, do you want to do it? And most of the time they all, I don't know. I had one guy say, I'll just want to do it. Okay, fine, let's do that. Or
I've had that happen numerous times in my career, because the thing is, especially training the amateurs that I have, and especially because of the demographic and things of that nature, I've had numerous people work their ass off, bro. Like, I'm talking probably dieted as hard as I did when I was bodybuilding, if not harder than some of my people that are more genetic elite. Probably they dieted way harder than they did, and they just weren't there yet. And I have this happen more so like towards the end of the year, because you only have so many shows. And so, like, for instance, at least here in Texas, the Battle of Texas is the last one you get before nationals. It's literally like 5 days before, right? So I had a client. I've had this happen a couple of times where clients push. Maybe we try to do a show before, and I'm like, no, we're going to do the Battle of Texas, and we're still not 100% there. Like, what do you do? You've worked for 15, 20 weeks maybe, and you probably had a not the greatest starting point, but you're moving in the right direction. It's like, what do you do at that point? And truthfully, when it comes to the question, your last question of like somebody that's done all the work and just isn't there, yeah, I think you should just have a conversation of, hey, this is the criteria that you're stepping into. Are you okay just going up there and enjoying the process your first time? And it's most of the time it's first timers.
Yeah. Oh,
you
for
know,
sure, yeah.
It's 100% first timers. Because if you have any once you get up there and understand the criteria and the standard, then you now have a new perspective. So I personally don't think it's a bad thing in very different scenarios to allow somebody to compete, as long as they understand that they need to just enjoy this process and enjoy that and see what happens. And especially if they've really worked their ass off, because there's always a reevaluation stage afterwards. If you want to go and do it again, if you want to kind of like, jump into another show or get better or whatever, it kind of sparks that. Now but I will say this, most of the ones that end up in that position told me from the beginning when we had our consultation, this is my first time, I just want to see where it goes. The problem I have is when I have people that tell me I want to go pro, and it is their first show, and then they keep fucking off the whole prep, and then they get there, and I'm like, you're not what you're like what you told me. I'm going to hold you accountable to that standard. Yeah. So don't get mad because I'm like, you're not ready. Well, coach, I don't care if you did all that because you told me you want to be pro, so I'm holding you accountable to do that.
Yeah. Well, my thing is also like, okay, they'd already done paid the tanning, the hotel, the show, the 3 classes, and you're like, what do you do then? Hey man, you paid, you ready to go. I say, let's go, let's see what happens. But
I would say I don't let any of my clients register until we're about 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
NPC card, all that, like the cards to compete.
Well, yeah, because you can have that all year long.
Exactly. I usually don't let them touch the financial aspect of that until we're at least 3 weeks out. Yeah. Because then I can be like, okay, XYZ. And still 3 weeks is a little bit pushing it, but you've seen it. I've pushed people all the way there, and I'm like, okay, we're fine. Yeah. We're good. Let's just land the plane now. You know what I mean? But I try my best to, everyone give them a budget plan to say, hey, you're going to get this first, this, and then we'll see where you land. And then now if they are in that situation where they've paid for everything, you're kind of screwed. You kind of got to go with it and let them enjoy that. You kind of got to get on
stage and be like, hey man, just let you know, like, we're going to do everything we can to get you where you can be. And I just want you to have fun. But then, it's just...
But when do you say no? Like, that was kind of your first question, right? Yeah, like where would you literally pull somebody out and be like, no? Like, what do you think justifies you pulling somebody out of a show completely?
Oh, man. I think the mental aspect plays a big part. Like,
100%.
You're down bad. You're fighting with everybody. You're crying 24/7. You're upset all the time. You'd be like, man, maybe this isn't the right move right now. Or sometimes, like life. Like, some things you have too much going on.
What if you think? Do you think that helps some people though?
Like kind of lock in and see. Yeah,
like even though if their whole world is kind of falling apart,
like chaos, and they just
and this is the one thing that kind of keeps them grounded. Do you think that's an okay reason to keep going?
Yeah.
But if they're not ready.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, that's the same thing though. It's like, hey, I don't think you're ready, but I know this is kind of where your safe haven is. So if you want to compete, let's do it. That's why at the end of the day, I think you should always be like, your client, if they really want to do it, hey man, I would just always be honest, like, hey, you're not ready. Another 3 weeks, you'd probably be ready to compete a little bit, but if you still want to do it, we can. Okay, let's do it. All right, you got it. Hey, we're gonna do it.
I've had clients I've had to tell no, but normally it's from the beginning. Yeah. Because they come to me with an unrealistic expectation. They'll come to me at like 7 weeks out, and then they'll be like, I want to do this show, and I'm like, have you started dieting? Nope. Have you started doing cardio? Nope. This is your first show? No. Or yes, Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's first show, 7 weeks out type of thing. It's crazy. I've heard stories of people saying like, man, I'm like my favorite one, and I'm lean enough. I can do any show right now.
Oh, because what they'll say is they're like, dude, all I need to do is just start some cardio and I'll just get shredded. And they might be in okay shape, but the stage lean is different.
Oh my God, I try to explain that to people all the time. I'm like, but you're dropping weight. I was like, yeah, I'm dropping weight, but there's a stage lean and me going to the beach to look good is totally different. Two different
You
things.
could literally go to the beach at like 5 weeks out and be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And eat some food, be full, and
enjoy your time there.
Yeah.
Stage lean, like you have to go through hell to get stage lean. Like it hurts to get stage lean.
Even for the genetic elite.
Yeah, like that's the thing I try to tell people too. They're like, when you know you're ready? I said, when I question walking to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or when I'm walking up the stairs and I have to stop.
Yeah.
And I step and I can see the muscle. And
your feet hurt.
your feet hurt. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I know I'm ready.
You just know it's bone on bone. Yeah,
I'm ready. Yeah.
I think the best time to tell somebody no, if they've come to you at the beginning of a prep and give you an unrealistic expectation, that's the perfect time to say this is not good.
Yeah.
I've had some hard-headed ones that are like, let's try it, and then I'm like, okay, we can try. Knowing experience of a coach, we know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you also have to find that fine line of keeping them motivated. And that's the hard part. And I've talked to you about this with numerous clients. And sometimes you got to get them to that point and then have them realize, because we're all humans, right? Sometimes we just got to realize it on our own. So it's okay to endure that and let the client still make that decision on their own in a specific way. But when you're coming up to a show, let's say you're 5 weeks, 6 weeks out, and you just know, even if like mathematically, okay, I need them to lose 25 pounds still to be in shape. Even like 22.
At 5 weeks out?
At 5 weeks out.
That's not happening.
It's not happening.
Okay,
but they're so gun-ho about it, and they're dropping. You can still have that conversation, and you gotta honestly time that as a coach in such a perfect manner, because it could definitely come off like you don't believe in them.
Yeah.
And that's a really hard line that people actually don't talk about at all. Because there's times I've had issues with, and Joss and I have had conversations about this just because there's certain clients I've had where she's like, why don't you just tell them? I'm like, it's not the time.
Yeah.
Because if I tell them right now, they're never going to compete.
Yeah.
They're just not. Because it mentally will fuck them so bad. So you have to play this game, and then how you approach it and have the human resource skills to be like, hey, look, we're here. This is not a good idea because this is why. And give them reasons like, hey, even if I push you to, my favorite to tell people is like, if I have to push you to where you're doing way too much cardio, no food, and we're still not going to be 100% even if you make these leaps and bounds, that's not a good point for us to do that.
Yeah, because that's where you're
suffering for no reason.
Oh,
you could just reevaluate a plan and, and then go into your best.
Yeah. It is also, and we talked about this too, is like, as a coach, sometimes you just get fed up. I hate babysitting. I hate babysitting.
I won't.
Grown men. Mm-hmm. I can't do it.
What do you believe is like, what would you consider babysitting? Like if you're having
if I have to always tell you, hey man, are you eating your food? Hey man, you doing your cardio?
Checking pictures.
Hey man, why you not sending checking? You put check-ins on Tuesday or Saturday. I need you to send them in. Oh, I forgot. You didn't forget.
No.
Life does get busy. Like they told me, hey coach, woke up, couldn't send them. I had to get to work real quick.
You stare at your plan every day to know what you need.
I was like, okay, send them tomorrow. Send them tomorrow. Send them as soon as you can. But I need them fasted. Okay. I get it. Life happens. But like you just tell me, oh, I just forgot. You ain't forget. Hey coach, I only did 3 days out of my 6 I was supposed to do cardio. Okay, you don't care enough. Okay. Hey coach, I know I was supposed to have, no carbs, but I threw in a carb meal at the end of the day because I feel like I needed it. Because
they start coaching themselves. Yeah.
Do you? Okay, I was like, okay, man, that's cool.
Why?
So this is literally, I've had these conversations now a lot more, and I've had them before, like,
of course,
with kids. I have these conversations with kids. Like I sit them down, like, hey, we're doing this plan. Your mom really wants you to do well. Mm-hmm. I need you to gain weight. Your coach needs you to gain weight. You want to gain weight. You want to get stronger, but you're not listening.
Right.
So what can I do to help you do this better?
Listen.
Yeah, listen, or get better at it, or understanding. They're kids. I expect to hold hands to children. Mm-hmm. Now, as a grown man, I don't expect. If you tell me, hey, coach, I've been, I know you say 200 grams of rice, but I've been kind of doing like 3.
Or they check in, they're 3 pounds up, and then when you ask them, they go, oh, well, I was feeling hungry and I had this.
And, bro, the one thing I can't stand is dishonesty. Just be honest with me. You know, like, I can't tell.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at a picture like, man, that's crazy. How much you weigh? Oh, I was 215, but now I'm 218. Why are you 218? There's nothing on your plan that's going to make you fatter.
I've had people. I've had people lie and try to say that they dropped weight, and I know they didn't.
You can look at pictures of somebody drop weight. Like, you can look. There's.
If I question, I'm going to question you.
Yeah.
And this is something that my clients are going to watch this and be like, this motherfucker. Yeah. But it's true. I'm going to be like this. Okay. How are your meals? Good. Cool. Do you use coconut oil? You've been using that for a while? Yeah? Oh, okay. That's crazy. Why do you have digestive problems on Wednesday of all days? Mm-hmm. Huh? I'm like, well, your check-in was 4 pounds heavier that day. I know you didn't lie to me that day. Mm-hmm. You also don't look like you dropped 4 pounds because you're not flatter. And then they're like, oh, well, I had some digestive issues. Why?
Yeah, why do you have digestive? These foods haven't had any issues. Yeah.
All of a sudden, now the floodgates have opened. It doesn't make sense. I think my biggest pet peeve when it comes to that kind of stuff, and when clients start giving me, actually, you know what? This is my favorite one. When they try to blame their results on you when they haven't done their part.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, take that scenario where somebody checks in, and they check in with you frequently, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every day. I had a client one time, this was a couple of years ago, where they were checking in every day. You remember this? Checking in every single day. All of a sudden, 2 days go by, I didn't get a single check-in. And I was like, how's this person doing? Hey, bro, how are we feeling? Oh, I'm good, man. I was like, okay, cool. I need you to send me check-ins right now. Oh, well, and I was like, well, so why haven't you checked in the last couple of days? Oh, well, I forgot because, we only check in these days. I was like, you've been checking in every single day for the last 7 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Why all of a sudden you stopped?
Oh, no, I thought it was my active rest day. What active rest day do you have that's in this split right now to where you don't need to send in pictures?
Yeah.
And I remember, no, I'm not even shitting you guys. I got on a FaceTime call with this person, had them check their weight. They were 12 pounds up from 2 days ago.
Yes.
I almost lost my fucking shit. Actually, I did. I've never been so mad in my entire life. And I just I remember being like, all right, bro, what'd you do? Nah, dude, it's just all the cardio. Bullshit. There's no way cardio is going to make you fatter. Not 12 pounds fatter.
12 pounds. You're
telling me you killed yourself so hard in cardio that you brought 12 pounds of inflammation up. No, there's no way. What'd you do? Yeah. Did not admit it. Still to this day, I have no idea what happened. All I know is that after that conversation, I got off the phone, I went, and then we had to kill him. And then it was a whole nother shit show of a prep. Those kinds of things happen, and it's unfortunate because it happens to all of coaches. But what you do in those scenarios, and when a client tries to put it on you and your protocols, you're like, hey man, like, you still got to follow this. We know what we're doing. I need you to trust that I'm giving you this plan, not because I want to kill you, but because it's going to get the result you need.
And I mean, I think it's also too, when you get more skin in the game, you almost want less. Like, I think me and Nicole talk about something like, we get a change and we're like, heck yeah. We're
yeah. Like, dude, it's weird because when you actually get people that follow their plan, my job isn't necessarily boring, but I'm sitting there and I'm almost like waiting.
Yeah.
Like with you, I'm like, what is this probably going to do? You drop 2 pounds? I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what it does now. And then it stabilizes. And I'm like, okay. And then you drop another 2 pounds. I was like, all right, go get a burger. Then you go up like a pound. I'm like,
yeah. That's the funniest thing. That's the funniest thing. When you go, like, I eat a burger. You eat a burger, you're like, okay, I'm going to go up a little bit. I checked my weight. I said, oh, a pound. Okay.
Yeah. And you look like a little fuller. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And granted, it's funny, though, because people think that you need change all the time, and you don't.
You don't. Your body changes and stabilize. Like my body would stabilize and then still change, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when it gets kind of hard to get the weight off. Once I kind of stabilize and my body's changing, but the weight's not changing. That does happen to some, but you can see it happening.
Absolutely.
Some people body.
Let me turn the fan on. Keep talking. You're good.
Some people body don't change and the weight doesn't change. Then we have an issue. Now we got to figure out, okay, what can we do to make these things happen? Something has to, give. Oh. And we do that at my job. We get to a point where like the kids' weight kind of stabilized, but they're getting stronger. The muscle mass is going up. The body fat's dropping. Okay, that's fine. I like that. Let's keep rolling, see what happens, right? And then I have some kids that come in and they, Coach, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ate everything I wasn't supposed to have. Hey, thank you for being honest. And I love it. And I'm like,
I appreciate that.
I said, thank you. I said, let's get back on track. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, Coach. I just, you're a kid. It's fine. I understand it.
Yeah.
But a child is more honest than
grown adults.
Than a grown adult.
But here's my thing with grown adults and people who are trying to compete, or even if they're just trying to lose weight, like lifestyle people. You're right. It's kind of the same because how I treat my lifestyle clients is very similar to how I do bodybuilding. There are certain parameters, obviously, I don't push, but there's certain things that's like, I truthfully don't want to have to change your meal plan as much. I want you to have some stability. And then if you fuck off on it, give me the accountability, because it doesn't do any good for us if you don't tell me what you did. Because the thing is that does add into the mathematical equation of what your body responds to.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing when you're competing. It's like, okay, you look really full all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the next week you do it again. Mm-hmm. And the next week you do it again. Hey, man, I can't feed you when it comes to peak week because you've been eating like a shithead all the whole time.
Yeah.
So now I don't know what to give you to get you full. Because you've been full for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do here?
What do we always say? You got to get flat to lose the fat.
You got to get flat to lose the fat. And I'm like, just listen. Like, I'm gonna feed you. You'll be fine. It's not, to me, it's never that hard. I love when I see, hey man, I'm gonna take away. Oh, I'm gonna be lean. Oh, I can't wait. It's totally different.
It's so funny though, because we just dropped your food. We hadn't dropped your food in a fucking while. But I remember when we dropped it, I was like, I get nervous because your body is so like wonky sometimes.
Oh yeah, sometimes it's just like weird.
I think I figured it out like a good amount, but that's the best part about it is I'm literally sitting there and I'm like guys, JB's plan is on my normal laptop is like this whole PDF file, whatever. I put him on my notes because I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I was changing and sending you plans so often last time. And I was like, nah, there's 3 people that I do that with because you guys just have insane metabolisms and different things. But it's funny because I'm sure you get the same. People want quicker results.
Yeah.
And they think that by getting more changes, that's what happens. Coach, I want more cardio. Why? Well, I just want to drop leaner, but we're 15 weeks out.
Yeah, no, you know?
Well, I mean, if you want to, that's fine. Go walk around more. Yeah, go get more activity in you. Because, I mean, if we can track that, great, but I'm not going to have you stress your body out. And I'm not going to pull you from 250 grams of carbs to 180 or 120 because you want to get leaner faster, because if anything, you're going to crash.
Yeah, and that's where you got to kind of play. That's the hard part with this sport is like, yeah, do I want to pull food? Not really, because you're making changes, but if you're eating all all the time, now I have to kind of do something here to kind of help out.
Well, it's a balancing act. And this is where it gets different from somebody who's first time competing to somebody that's competed numerous times or has set a really good base. Because even there's some first timers I have that just have a really good base. Yeah. But somebody that has a lot of muscle and knows how to train, knows how to push cardio, and knows how to be active, that's a dangerous machine compared to somebody that knows how to weight train, doesn't know how to properly get active and do cardio, because also the muscle memory, the metabolism, all those things matter. So I might have to push somebody for the first time extremely hard to get them in shape for the first time. But then after that, it's really easy.
Yeah. Oh, I think,
not really easy, but it's a lot easier.
And I've told people too, I was like, dude, this first time it sucks. I said,
it's horrible.
After the first time, your body just kind of remembers how to get lean.
If you do it healthy, you can maintain it really well. Yeah. Because your rebound is insanely important. It's the most important thing. And with anyone, I mean, even with my lifestyle clients, if I go through an aggressive cut with somebody, I'll tell them, hey, this is going to suck for 8 weeks, but then we're going to rebound out of it, and you're going to be eating more food than you ever have. You're going to be able to enjoy those times with your family and not have to worry anymore because you actually put the effort in. Yeah. I have had clients, though, and I don't know if you've had this yet, and maybe we've talked about this before, that they want to get to this goal, right? They see these people that are, let's say they're just going out and partying and drinking or having burgers every weekend, and they're still shredded. And they're like, well, I want to do that too. Okay, but you didn't do what that person did to get to that the last 10 years or 5 years or 2 years to get there to where now they can maintain it. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just think that because they do the same stuff, the same cardio, the same workouts, whatever, that they can do that. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
And it's also just how the body, like some people's bodies are different. Like,
100%.
There's times, I can speak for myself, it's like, there's certain things I can eat and wake up 2 pounds lighter, full, lean, whatever. Some people can't do what I do. They're going to blow up. They're going to spill over. look watery the next day, you know.
Have digestive issues.
Yeah. And that's just part of the game. You learn what your body can do. So when you get into like a prep or you just want to lose weight, it's your journey. It's your own pace. You gonna have to understand, like, hey man, you know, I want to get lean. I want to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds, but at my pace, not the person next to me, you know. Oh, he gets cheat meals every week. Yeah, but his body's responding to that. We can't do that. You're gonna blow up. You're gonna go from 12 pounds to 30 pounds.
100%.
It's just how it is. And when people, and it's kind of like, I guess, like life too, in a way, start looking about everybody else's, they stop realizing.
Oh, they have this car. They got this. They be doing this. It's like, who gives a shit what they're doing?
You're here. Your path is totally different from everybody else's path, and I feel like that also plays a part in coaching.
Oh, 100%.
People look at them like, well, why do they get lean so quick? Why do they get to do this and that? Well, they body responds.
Oh,
they
this is a good one.
They set themselves up for success in the off season. You've been jacking around for the last 12 weeks, buddy.
But the thing is that same client will go to that coach, get them, and say, well, he's just willing to do this more, whether it's harsher diets, harsher cardio, harsher drugs, whatever. Well, they did this. That's why that they're there, and they maybe mingle. And it's like, well, but what about me taking your health into consideration? Yeah. What about me understanding that I've been working with you for 2 years? Now I know your body and know how to get you where you need to. What does that consider? Yeah. Yes, obviously experience matters. You know, if somebody came to me, like if you were to come to me and Honey Rambaugh's going to coach you, I'm going to tell you to go there. Yeah. And then, you know, tell me whatever.
Tell me exactly what
I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? You put carrots in his shit? That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's all right to know.
Yeah.
Carrots.
But like, the thing is that what happens in this sport a lot of the times too is that, like, and I saw this a lot at nationals, it's kind of like a dog-eat-dog thing. You'll see somebody that could have been in the first call out, see somebody that was coached by so-and-so, and this person came in maybe a little flat, lost a little bit too much muscle. And then they see this person who did half the work. But let's just say, well, let me get with this coach and see what happens. Well, your journey is different, though. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that the coaches don't play a role, but what I am saying is that the reason the coach did what they did with you may have had to result in that because of the fact that you need to lose 45, 50 pounds.
Yeah, you came to me in off season 45 over your weight cap.
100%.
What did you want me to
Yeah. It's not because of the fact they took this drug faster or that they did anything different. Yeah. It's all the hard work.
Like, they only have to do 30 minutes of cardio through their prep. I'm over here at 2 hours. Well, you have to do 2 hours.
There's 30 minutes. They're burning 600 calories. You can't do that.
Their body responds better to 30 minutes than it would to 2 hours. And that's just part of the game. And that's why I don't like the coaching switch after a loss to me.
Oh, absolutely. That's where you grow.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah, that's life. Like, you just can't get up and leave when like, oh, I didn't get what I want. It's your fault. It's your fault. Sit down. Hey, why didn't we get to this? Then we just have a grown conversation like, you know, maybe we should have done this a little different. You know, now I know how your body responds to this. Or, you know, you're not pushing cardio hard enough. You're only getting this many calories. You know, let's try to get this many calories. You know, you're only doing 3 speed. Let's try 3.5. You know, there's so much more that goes into all this. And then just like, it's my coach's fault. He sucks.
That happens all the time, though. And the unfortunate part is and I've had this conversation with some of my coach friends, too. It's always, and we all agree, and I'm sure you agree the same, they never remember your biggest win. Yeah. They always remember your biggest loss.
The biggest loss, yeah.
Because the thing is that, you know, when there's a competitiveness, you could have a streak, dude, for 2-3 years. Look at, actually, you know who's a good example? This is Matt Jensen. Matt Jensen had a career for probably almost damn near a decade where he was killing everyone. If he brought somebody to the show from nationals to pro shows, everyone's butthole clenched because you just knew he was bringing them in with a certain look, hardness, fullness. All of a sudden, he had one bad year, and it was a bad year. Like, it sucks, and I can only imagine how that feels as a coach because he had other things going on. And all of a sudden, everyone left him.
Yeah,
every single fucking athlete that was of the top tier left him, and I'm not saying I don't understand because I'm a very level-headed person, but the thing is that you can't take one loss and not expect it to get everything you want out of the next one. You got to take it and readjust.
With this sport too, man, it's like it's plain as day. You know, you get on stage, you're getting judged. Hey, you didn't have that much muscle as a person that won it. That's an easy fix. Hey, we need to train harder in off season.
Yeah.
That's an easy fix. Hey, you're not as lean as that person was. Okay, maybe we need to get a little bit leaner. Okay, that's an easy fix. I don't think to leave a coach, it has to be like y'all bumped heads about just something that could not be fixed.
Okay, well, let's
to me, in this sport, there's nothing you can't talk and fix.
Oh, well, because most of the things that get messed up on stage are, let's say, the biggest one, the biggest reason I think somebody could really argue at the top level to leave a coach is if they did it like multiple times, just didn't bring somebody in shape.
Yeah, like that's like, hey, man,
because that's fixable. That's something that's on you that you didn't bring this plan and you didn't push. I would much rather actually somebody get pushed too hard and lose a little bit of muscle because they were trying to push conditioning than the opposite. Yeah, because if you come in out of shape, that's completely on both of y'all.
Yeah. That's something y'all both should have been like,
yeah. Whereas if somebody comes in over dieted, it's like, fuck, like that still sucks. But yes, that is an oversight, but that's something that can be fixed.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm the same way with you. I don't see, there's nothing you can't fix and talk about to me, like, because it's judged, and they tell you, like, hey, you just weren't lean enough. Okay. You just don't have that much muscle mass. Okay.
Well, let's
talk. And you usually lose to a better person. I've never.
100%.
I mean, there's times where it's up in the air, like, could have been whatever, and then you look at the scorecard and you kind of can tell, right? But like the little things like that, that's fixable.
Yeah. Well, let's take your prep for instance. Like you had the coaching that you had prior, not even just recently, even just in general. Coming into how I do things, it was polar differences.
Yeah, it's just total two different sides, yeah.
Right, exactly. It doesn't necessarily mean one's better than the other. It just means that this one now probably worked a little bit more effectively. But even like you were talking about earlier, how you started flattening out on stage.
Yeah.
In my head, I know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Because there were certain things in play that we had to play with that were new, but it was also our first prep. Okay, let's see how water manipulation works. Okay, maybe a little more sodium. I had to play with the food because I wasn't there with you.
And we were, remember, we couldn't eat for.
Well, yeah, trying to fill you back up was a challenge because
I drove 4 hours, and you were like, hey, just if you don't have to sip water, don't do it. I was like, yeah, you got it, boss. Yeah, you got there, and I was like, okay. You like weigh in when you get there. Weighed in. I was like 1 pound under weight cap. He was like, all right. Don't eat yet. Okay, cool. Got there. Then I weighed, I think, an hour, maybe 2 hours later. I can't remember. Yeah, 2 hours later, it was like 3. Okay, eat a little bit. All right. Got the weigh in, was made weight cap, but, and then it's like hard to fill out from then on because you didn't eat for a certain amount of hours. And we usually, we have a plan, like, hey, you eat this hour. 3 hours later, I'm eating again.
And we had ran a test peak with diuretics, with food, with water. We had already done that. You were already in shape.
Yeah.
So, but it was like trying to peak you at that point. They could that could have been a perfect reason. Like, I didn't feel like I was holding my conditioning a certain way. I've seen people leave coaches for that.
Yeah, see, but that's another thing. Like, if you don't have those conversations, or you don't be like, hey, hey, coach, I feel like I was doing this instead. Oh man, let me look. Okay, yeah, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna do it next time. That's a 5-minute conversation. Like, 100%. I don't think you should leave a coach unless it's like, they really pushed this on me, and I just did not feel comfortable.
See, but that does happen too, though. I mean, how many people have we heard that have been at nationals and they get pushed too hard, and all of a sudden they're in the hospital? Yeah. That's 100% a reason to leave a coach.
Yeah, that's 100%. But and then you got to be kind of different with that. It's like, okay, they pushed me harder than any coaches because they wanted me to do 2 hours of cardio, and I didn't. I feel like I didn't.
I don't think that's optimal. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's optimal. I don't think I have to. And you're gonna leave because they wanted more from you? Yeah. That's crazy to me. That's totally crazy.
Now, let's talk about like the other side of it though, coaching wise. There is a responsibility that I have as your coach to make sure I tell you why.
Yeah.
And not everyone's like that. I personally feel this way.
Like tell them like, hey man, this is why I'm leaving, or this is why.
Well, that we can even get into that. I'm talking more so like, let's say the 2 hours of cardio thing. Well, I heard that this person is doing only 30 minutes. Okay. 1, you're not them. 2, this is why you're doing 2 hours. Yeah. Because of X, Y, Z.
Because you're a fat fuck.
Yeah, well, that, or it's like, I've even had people where I've tested. Okay, let's do 30 minutes, but you're going to burn 400 calories in that 30 minutes. I need you moving.
Yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden they get worse.
Yeah.
Because their body can't handle that much stress. Or their body can't recover because of their job and this and that. Cool. You need to have chill cardio that you burn X amount of calories to keep your heart rate here, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yes, it may have to elongate in time, but I'd rather you do 2 hours of cardio that's more steady state and not as taxing than doing 30, 45 or an hour, maybe let's say even an hour.
At full force.
At full speed because you just can't.
Can't handle it, yeah. And that's another, I think it's really hard to pick athletes because athletes are going to choose their coaches, right?
Of course, yeah.
And you're just, I wouldn't say you're kind of like...
You're at their mercy.
Yeah, or pulling like a little game where it's like you put your hand in, grab something, come out, you're like, please let it be good. And you open, you're like, oh, yeah. I got to do that likes to cheat. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But, like, I think as a...
dude that likes to cheat.
I got to do
Damn.
that. Put it back. Give me another one. Come on, give me another one. Come on, let me roll again. But I think when you get those clients that are like, hey, I want you to do 2 hours. Yeah, coach, I got it. Don't worry. I enjoy that. Okay, coach, you got it. But I think it's also a mindset, too. It's like, you got to embrace... And we say it a lot, like, embrace it. Like, it's going to suck.
You got to embrace the suck.
Yeah.
You do have to embrace the suck. But that's also something I think that not people don't recognize until you've gone through it. I've had conversations with clients this year. This year for me has been a very different year than any of my coaching because I have a certain standard I've set for this year and it's going to happen, right? And that also comes with, I have some first timers I'm holding a little bit higher on that standard.
You push them a little harder.
Yeah, and something I'm doing differently than I did before or whatever. And even though sometimes the results, in a sense of like, I've got clients that I've had for a while that I'm like, look, we're going to have to do this and you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
I have some new guys that I'm like, hey, this is going to be pretty cool. This is going to be pretty easy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, don't think this is how it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when you're picking, you can sit here and say you want to pick athletes, but I've had plenty of athletes in my time that were great potential, that had great tight ends, fullness, muscle. They trained hard, but they couldn't do something, or they got to it and they lost and couldn't handle the loss.
Yeah,
and I say lost, like not that they got like last place, but maybe they didn't. Maybe they went to nationals thinking they would do well.
They'll sweep it, and
then they get there and they still need to drop a little bit more, or they, you know what I mean? Stuff like that happens, and it's just. How you overcome that really matters. Like you said, the mental aspect of it, because you have to be able to take wins where you've won. And the problem with a lot of people in general, from a coaching aspect and an athlete, is that we don't allow ourselves to really give ourselves grace on those things and allow ourselves to really go through the process. You're not going to get it right the first time all the time.
No.
You know what I mean? It's always nice. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love the fact that your first show went as smoothly as it did, considering because of the fact that you had so many things going on prior. There was a lot of risks involved. I couldn't be there because I was at North Americans with Joss. It was like, oh shit. Like, it was like every reason could have been for us to have a little bit of a flop to a point, and we didn't. And it was like, hell yeah, let's do it. But then you go the rest of the year and it's just one after the other, just different circumstances happening. And you have to take every person and every journey as its own. Yeah. You really do. And bodybuilding teaches you a lot about life. And unfortunately, life is going to continue to happen whether you're in prep or not. Yeah. And you got to learn to deal with it. And that's, I think, too, with me being a competitor and then trying to get my feet wet with the coaching is like I try to feel. I do. I try to feel for the clients. I try to understand where they're coming from, and I'm be
big
like empathetic almost in a sense.
Job. Okay, hey man, I understand. I get it. Let's change this up. Let's do this. Like, I'm really not. I won't say easygoing, but I'm understanding. Right?
Of course, yeah.
And I used to talk to people, and they're like, "Yeah, my coach. It's this and this or nothing else." Right? I'm like, man, you sure? I was like, well, what if your job asks you to do it? Well, no, I got to get it done. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. No, you got life happens, and you got to work around it as a coach. And your client. But to me, it's just like, man, you got to understand there's a bigger picture. And like you said, bodybuilding is going to teach you things about life, how to overcome that. And I think you grow together, too, as a coach and as a competitor completely. Well, you have to. I mean, if you don't have that, bro, you control everything as their coach. You tell them what to eat. You tell them when to, they need to let you know when their cycle is or when they poop, when they're not pooping, when they're doing cardio, when you need to know when their stressors going on in the life. Like, if they get into a fight with their husband, wife, boyfriend, you need to know that.
I need to know. Because if you get up and you're 5 pounds heavier and I'm like, and then all of a sudden it's stress, or work is financially stressing you, or this is happening. Like, we can always work through that. I've never understood. Well, I don't think there's absolutes in bodybuilding ever. No, I think there's multiple plans. From the coaching, from the diet plans, to the workouts, to the business. Like, I can sit here and tell you, okay, I want payments first and the 15th or whatever days of the month. Cool. If this dude loses his job, he's 3 weeks out from a show. That is my job to handle that in a certain way. And I've seen coaches and heard coaches be like, well, you're not paying me, so it is what it is. You're going to throw away 20 weeks of work because you don't want to get paid $300.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you're changing this person's life.
Yeah. Literally like, hey, man, I'm going to drop you. And they're going to spiral. We'll find a new coach. Hopefully they find a new coach that understands the situation.
Of course.
Hey, man, I'll take you on. We'll finish off.
Normally it happens.
Yeah, hey, don't worry about it. I'll finish. We'll finish strong and we'll figure something out, right? I love it. I love coaches that take on people that just kind of get dropped almost. Like, hey, man, my coach hasn't texted me back in like a week. I don't know what to do. I've been on the same plan. I'm 4 weeks out.
That's crazy to me. I've been lucky enough to have some mentors and coaches that never did that to me. The worst coaching experience I had really was more so in the game plan going into the prep, not because of a communication or certain things of that nature. The best coach that I had though was Fockery, and Fockery literally we would talk business and he'd tell me what he was doing, how many clients he had, how much he was working. This dude would work like 12, 13-hour days just coaching wise. I would get a response every day.
Yeah.
This dude had 400 clients. And he would just sit there and he'd be like, nah, like it's not, I need to give you at least an answer today.
Yeah.
It could be one email. But it's like, you know what I mean? And I mean, days happen where I didn't get responded to the same day. And he would text me literally at 5 a.m. Hey bro, XYZ. Oh shit. I'm like,
dude, I try to get back to clients as soon as I can. Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
And it gets to a point where you need to kind of shut it off. But I get some like, oh, it's a quick text like, hey coach, blah blah. Okay, boom boom boom, cool. And then then they keep responding like, is it important? Okay, it's not important. We're just talking about life or work or oh coach, I got my 30 minutes done. Perfect. Okay, I'm putting that aside. Okay. Cool.
Well, and even just a simple text means a lot to people though. And even as a client myself or you, like if I say, hey bro, it's a busy ass day, whatever, or you'll see me do it, I'll post on my story sometime. Hey guys, XYZ, like yesterday, dude, fucking wild. I didn't text my phone until 9 p.m. And I was like,
you know what's funny? When I seen you check this, I don't expect a response until like damn near at the middle of the night. Or like, because I already know you're busy already. I know you're coaching, and I always check your location too sometimes. Like, I know you're.
We're friends, so he'd be watching me. I'm like,
yeah, he's moving. I'm like, yeah, he's moving. Okay, cool, whatever. And or you'll call me out of nowhere and be like, hey, can you talk? Or you text me, hey, can you talk? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Whoa, man, you look really good. Blah blah blah. Man, I've been moving all day. Then we have a conversation. It goes from like check-ins is like 2 minutes, and life is like the rest of the 25 minutes. Yeah. Good. All right, cool.
But I think people need to understand too, like we're all human. Like it just happens. And kind of going back to the check-ins thing or the client thing earlier about how like life happens. We were talking about this. As a coach, I'm going to be completely understanding of things. But the thing is, if as a client, you're expecting me to do my job adequately, but then you're not giving me effort, what would you think if I flipped that around? Yeah. Like what if I just didn't answer for 4 days?
Yeah, if you was giving me 50%, I turned around and gave you 50%. Now you're upset with me, but I'm just returning what you're giving me.
Oh, I've had this happen. I've had people say, well, it's a service they're paying for. Okay. Yeah, you're paying me for a service that you're not giving me effort for.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. And I'm a strength and conditioning coach on top of this.
100%, yeah.
The hardest thing is when I'm pouring into you and you're not giving me the effort back. I train kids, I train adults, grown women, grown men. I try my best with the prepping. I'm a competitor, all this stuff. And
you're a dad.
I'm a dad on top of that, right? So like as a coach, speaking of just a coach.
Okay.
If I have a kid that comes in here, yes sir, no sir, does what I ask him to, he's learning, he's listening. I'm correcting him, he's yes sir, no sir. Yes sir, is this what you want? Yes sir. It's totally different. I am bought in. I'm excited to coach. I had kids that come in and they're like, just gave me nothing. And I'm still trying to pour like, hey man, you got it. Like, how you feel? How was that? What did you feel when you did that? I don't know. And I just asked him like,
oh, I got spin shoes. I don't know if I told you that.
Like the ones,
like legit, the ones that click in because my fucking feet.
You know what's gonna happen, right? You're gonna start riding outside. Like you're really gonna get into it. I'm telling you.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You know, I didn't even think about that.
Did I ever tell you my client rode with Armstrong?
No. Oh, it is recording. Okay.
It's recorded? Yeah. My client rode with Armstrong.
What? That's crazy.
He said he showed up to like their training thing or whatever. Like he would train, I forgot where. And he knew the guy, the big group. So he was like, I started training like with them as a big group. And he said Armstrong and his guy would be way out in front of everybody. Like eventually it was just them two.
Yeah.
He said I trained so hard that eventually it was us three. He was like, I got to keep up with him. Like he's like, I just trained hard where I could just keep up with him and I would just ride. It would be us three by ourselves. But, so anyway, the camera died.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. The pants are really tight, but
yeah, we got a lot going on.
We had a lot going on last what 5 minutes? Yeah.
So yeah, because and then I used the wrong SIM card, which was fun.
That is hilarious. We got to burn that one. So we were talking about kids, right? So I have kids, and the kids that give me full effort, I love training. I look forward to it. I can't wait. Then I have kids that sometimes I'll ask them like, "You don't want to be here today, huh?"
Oh, because they come in.
Yeah, they come in already down. I'm trying to pick them back up. It's like I'm wasting more energy trying to pick them up than to train them in a way. But it's like you have to. Like, them kids are looking for you to make their day better, right? So I'm like, hey, man, you don't want to be here today? That's okay. Can you give me whatever your best is today? Yeah, coach, I can. And usually the training session will pick up. They'll get better once they kind of get a little happy. Because I was
going to say, where do you think that's from?
Man, it could be a long day at school.
Well, no. Like, why do you think it gets better?
Oh, because you just they feel like you care.
Yeah.
Right, and you do. You start to realize like these kids, like you're almost family. Like in a way, you're almost 100%. Family. You start going to games. You know the parents. Like the parents will talk to you outside of the gym. Like if you meet them at the gas station or HEB, they'll come and talk to you, and I love it.
Absolutely, yeah.
But those are kids. Grown man.
You got responsibility.
Yeah,
bro.
you got responsibility, bro. Like I can feel for you. I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
We can make adjustments accordingly, right? But if you just flat out don't give me the effort because you don't want to or you're lazy,
even though you asked me,
I have an issue now. Like, because I'll tell you, like, maybe you need to find a better coach. Maybe we just aren't compatible enough for this, or you don't want to be pushed like I thought you did.
Well, and there's times that I'm not by any means everyone's favorite coach. There's been times that in my career where I just was not compatible with somebody. Yeah. Whether it was miscommunications, whether it was work effort differences, or maybe it was just like, dude, I can't figure this out. I'm man enough to admit when I can't figure something out.
And then you know what I mean? But at least I've learned from you, like, don't be afraid to ask people. Like, hey, man, I got a client that we just ain't doing X, Y, Z. Why do you think? And the people you talk to that have experience, they'll be like, oh, try this. And then you'll be like, oh, shit, it worked. Now you just learned something.
100%.
I think coaches that don't ask are idiots.
I think coaches that don't ask and coaches that gatekeep are fucking pansies, bro. It drives me nuts. What exactly? I think people in general that gatekeep are ridiculous. But I think because at the end of the day, there's nothing in bodybuilding, at least. There's nothing that you're going to gain by gatekeeping.
Right. Because whatever you think you're hiding and doing differently, I guarantee somebody else is already doing too.
Yeah, and also too, what is it? If I start doing every single thing that you just told me, is it really going to make that big of a difference to make me win on stage?
Yeah.
Or make me a better coach if I don't know how to apply it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I remember this was actually probably the second year maybe that I was coaching, and I had a girl that was destroying shows, bro, and she was young. And I remember I trained her from the day she walked into the gym until the day she decided she didn't want to bodybuild anymore, and that's okay. But I remember a coach coming up with me to a show at the time. He only did it for a couple years, and he rode up with me to the show, and he kept asking me all these questions, whatever. We were cool at the time, so I was just like, I just told him, yeah, bro, this, that, and the other. Oh, I did that with my client. Oh, dude, what about this? I'm like, okay, you got to understand, bro. I'm getting the end result because I've learned this person.
Yeah.
Not because of some secret method. At the time, I wasn't training enhanced athletes, so it wasn't a drug protocol. It was, I trained the shit out of them, cardioed them, made them follow a diet, made sure they did what they needed to do, and this person trusted me with every ounce of it. That's why I'm here, and we're about to go win this show, and that's why you're here trying to figure this out. But the thing is that it's not going to do me. It would have, if I was to be an asshole in that situation, and be like, oh, nah, bro, this, that, and the other. It's like, what is that really going to do? This person's still not going to be able to beat me with the client that they have in the state. And even if we were starting at the same points and we had 30 weeks to that show, application is everything in this game from the coach and the athlete. Meaning it needs to come from here and down all the way down to the execution aspect of it. But like, I've had mentors in the past that truthfully didn't give me all the bones. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's funny to me when you find out that the reason that it was because they didn't want to give out their information. And it's like, well, what are you really going to learn about chicken and rice and beef and rice?
There's not much to learn. To me, I still think it comes down to an athlete. Like, you can be like, hey, man, I need you to do 2 minutes of cardio. You know, we put somebody and somebody next to each other. Their 20 minutes don't look different from that 20 minutes. I have to tell you,
absolutely.
I've done cardio before you were my coach, and I was doing cardio 30 minutes or 20 minutes after workout. Bet I'll get it done. And I'm busting my ass because I know the expectations of where I want to be and what my coach wanted me to be. And then we had another cat right next to me. We just got done training together, 20 minutes too. He was on the phone talking, laughing, having a great old time, barely walking. That's two different.
That's two different athletes.
Same thing. 20 minutes.
Same coach.
Same coach. Everything. Totally different when it came. Different mindset.
That's true.
I'm not coming here. I'm not doing 20 minutes because I want to do 20 minutes. I know because at the end result, I know what it's going to do for me.
You looked at that 20 minutes and went,
fuck. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. You know what I mean? I want you to be a little scared, 100%. But the other one was like, I got 20 minutes. I'm going to go do it.
Yeah. And being on a phone, but being on your phone and you're barely walking, you talking the entire time, right? I've been on the phone doing cardio, and I can't hold conversation. I'm moving too fast. No. I gotta breathe, bro. Just totally different. It's effort. At the end of the day, it's effort, and we can bring it back to the beginning of the podcast. Is to get lean, stage lean, effort.
Absolutely. And even like we talked about, kind of reiterating, like the gentlemen and people that don't understand the concept of what it takes to get to bodybuilding standards, it's all about proper management of effort and execution. Because at the end of the day, if you're able to put forth effort and execute every day for months and months and months towards the end goal of looking like this person or this standard, you'll get there eventually. But you can't jump the gun just because you want to be on stage.
And to me, man, you get to a point where you see the changes, and you're like, I want more. I want more. I know this is where I'm going to get to. Like, I can't wait till next check, and I know I'm going to be leaner. I know my body's going to respond this way, right? You're like, you want better. But there's some people that are just like, check-ins, another cardio, right? It's not the mental aspect. Like, I can get better every week now.
So right before we started the podcast, I was finishing up some plans, and I looked at my messages, and I've had to drop a lot of people. Like, we're getting into grind time right now for everybody, right? And I have not had one person complain. And it's one of the most invigorating feelings because this is probably the first year ever I've never had somebody be like, whatever. And everyone's like, I'm like, hey, I got to drop your food. I got to do this, whatever. And they're like, hell yeah, about time. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
I think, too, because I was telling Nicole the other day, I was like, I like when he dropped my food. She goes, why? I said, 1, I know I'm going to get leaner. 2, that means I don't have to spend a lot of time eating.
That's true.
To me, it's like you just get it done, and I have the rest of the day to do whatever I have planned. Like, because you have to time your meals out. Yeah. And I train people usually all day.
Oh, so dude, you were eating so much food in the off season.
Dude, I was training people eating. I was like, putting it down, come back. Putting it down, hey, go get water, I'll be back. I'm finishing meals. I'm okay, cool. Now it's like I'm done early, and I can get home. I can shower. I can sit down. I can play the game if I want to. Put my feet up. I'm not like, I got 2 more meals I got to get down. Right? I love it. I'm like, I was like, bro, take more. Like, take it more. That's fine. I don't care. Like, you think like I'm gonna get leaner? I don't got to eat as much. I can do stuff I want to do when I get home. I don't have to worry about, I got to eat one more meal. I want to go to bed at,
Or having to eat an abundance where you're like, because like I got to a point with you where it was like we had our meal and then it was like eat 2 extra bagels on top of that.
Eat 2 bagels, eat 3 rice cakes on top of that with peanut butter. Or, hey, you have a shake and then chicken and rice with the shake. Okay, buddy, I'll do it, coach. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot of food. And then, now it's like, hey, man, you have... I'm trying to think of all the meals we got, but it's layered. They're layered, but they're not a lot.
Yeah, so pulled carbs from the end of the day.
Yeah, it's not. It's like, I can eat them down, no problem. I'm put them down 10, or not even 10, like 5 minutes now. Like, and I'm like, I'm done. Bet. I'll go do, plans, or I'm walking on a treadmill trying to digest, or I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go sit down on the couch today. Or I'm going to go play the game because I have time now.
Yeah,
100%. It's a lot easier. I don't get out people like, man, you're taking my food away. You don't want to get leaner?
Yeah.
You don't want to have a 6-pack?
Yeah. You got to embrace the process, like we've talked about. Enjoy it.
Kind of weird, if you ask me. If you
you don't want to do that.
You don't want your food taken away. You don't want to get leaner. You don't want to look in the mirror and be like, dang, dude, I finally got this line coming down.
Well, not to get too much into another tangent, because I know we're getting close to the end, but some people, too, want to have a perfect method of, like, I'm going to have so much food going down into prep, and this is going to be it. It's just unrealistic. I mean, most of the people that you'll hear stories and coaches that are giving these clients ridiculous amounts of food and low cardio, whatever, they're using a ton of drugs.
Yeah.
Or they were already lean prior.
They already lean prior. And the tons of drugs is a whole different concept.
That's a whole, that we can literally have a whole podcast about that.
Just by itself. But
yeah.
I'm just like, if you're in prep, the food is going to get low.
Yep.
The intensity, the activity, the workouts. Mm-hmm. The workout itself is going to start. They're going to turn trash.
It's going to be a chore.
It's going to be a chore. You're going to go work out and feel like, oh, I don't want to do it today, but you have to do it, right? The cardio is going to become a chore, right? But the end result is like, you're like, man, I have 5 weeks left or 6 weeks left. Oh, I'm right there. I can't wait. I'm looking better every week. You should be like biting, almost like a dog, like ready to get off the leash. I can't wait.
I just want to get here.
I want to get here. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. Show day, I'm right here.
I want to suffer more.
Yeah. You want more. You want it to hurt more. You're like, because the end result is going to be what you worked for, what the look you're chasing or whatever it may be about. Like I said, I think that's just experience or a mental.
I always think about like Kevin Levrone always talked about how he would sleep on the floor like it was war. And I don't know why that still to this day sticks in my head even with business. Like it's like whatever I need to do.
Yeah, whatever you need to do to get like to the point of winning, like you should want. If you don't want to, I do like people can do this for like check off the list, whatever, cool. But people that want to win, they want to suffer. I
just don't care. When I was competing, bro. Like the reason, like when I talk to people about my bodybuilding experiences and what I did, I couldn't do that. Like, I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit if I had to eat no carbs for 12 weeks. I didn't care that I did 2 hours of cardio downstairs. I didn't care that I did over 2 hours of cardio, 2.5, 3 hours of cardio. I don't care. I don't care if I took so much clenbuterol that I was shaking, holding my phone. I just didn't care.
That first one's up. Bro. Your sister, you're like this. You're like, oh,
dude, I literally I was taking 3, like there was 3 dosages a day of that. I was doing like, and this was the back in the day with the droplets. I was doing droplets of T3, the same dosage. I was doing crazy shit. And caffeine and all this stuff. It was horrible. Yeah. But it's like, I don't
There was an end goal you wanted.
I wanted to be peeled.
Yeah. You want to be peeled, yeah.
That's it.
And one more thing before we end. It's like, it just, to me, it's like, when people say, because Nicole get into that stage, she's like, oh, I'm hungry again. I'm like, you're not hungry. Like, you want food. Yeah. You're not hungry.
You want something else.
You want something else. You just want more food. Like, I'm hungry. I'm getting there to the point where I'm hungry. And I'll tell people all the time, they're like, do you ever get to the point where you feel like you're just starving? I'm like, no, I don't, because I'm still eating. Yeah. You're eating meals. I don't hate it. I get it. Because I've been through it.
I'm starving.
You're not starving. You just had chicken and spinach.
Right.
It's a salad. You just ate. You're fine. It's a chicken salad. You just ate. You're fine.
I want to make that a shirt for the podcast. It's a salad.
It's a salad. You just ate a chicken salad.
No, you're so right. You're so right.
If we're out with our friends right now.
I'm going to say that next time.
If we're out with our friends and you order that, you would feel full.
That's so true.
You're just saying that because you don't have, that you don't have carbs.
Burger.
Yeah, you want a burger. You don't have carbs with this milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. Bro, man, don't get me started. I don't ever feel starving. I eat it. I'm like, I eat my carbs. I'm like, I'm going to have a great chest day or a good back day. Yeah. Or something like that. I'm like, oh, the next meal is no carbs. And I'm like, okay, I got to eat my chicken and salad. Yeah. So, okay, I'm done. Get over it. Yeah. You just ate. You're fine. So true. Oh, you ate. You're fine.
There was a point where it was just like you start craving weird shit. I'm sure Nicole's gonna get to that point. You just start craving random shit.
I can't wait to check her Instagram and I see the reels that's all food.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're in a shithole is when your Instagram's all food. And you're like, this is shit. And if you say it enough and you click one picture, all it takes is one click on a video. That next time you go for that For You page,
it's different.
Fucking cookies and
it's so funny, bro. I never got into that. I don't know why.
It happened to me.
I remember you telling me
it happened to me because I said something. They're like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I just want pancakes. That's all I want." And sure enough, my For You page, pancakes.
IHOP.
I was like, "This motherfucker here," and I would click on every.
You be looking at that.
Well, everything else, I'll click on bodybuilding pictures, Dragon Ball Z pictures, anything to get
the algorithm off of it.
I'll get that shit off my page, bro. Because I know it's a mental aspect. If I see it enough, I'm gonna want to crave it, right? I don't crave that.
Yeah.
I just want something. I want that stimulant. I want that. My taste buds want something. Yeah, that's all you want. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I'm good.
Yeah, but but like you said, you understand that this is prep.
Yeah, it's prep. It's gonna
Get
suck.
it.
Yeah, get over it.
Yeah.
My thing is like, even when you get a cheat meal, you don't get fucking ice cream.
True. I still tell you what to eat.
Yeah, like you still have something that
There's still a barrier.
Yeah, there's still a barrier. You're
Yeah.
like, hey man, for prep week, we probably gonna do a burger and fry on show day to see if you feel out good. So let's do that for a cheat meal. Yeah, okay. You're not getting fucking ice cream and pizza and blizzards and you know what I mean. So why do you?
And if you do, that's nuts,
Bro.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you. Hang on, hold on. I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna show you though, because my mom sent this to me, and I'm glad we talked about this.
A bazooki?
No, worse. So much worse. This was we were talking about it in one of the podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, this is what I would eat.
Bro, that donuts, fries. Oh my god, what is that in the corner?
Bro, every cheat meal. Because what would happen is I would be so depleted, and the minute I ate, and I didn't realize this was a problem when I was probably 20, 21, and I would eat all of it. I would literally eat every ounce of it.
Eat that?
That would be my last meal, and I would still be hungry. It would be so right here would be 2 of the crispy chicken sandwiches, barbecue chicken strip sandwiches, 2 apple pies, an entire fucking box of Krispy Kreme donuts, and a large chocolate shake.
That was your cheat meal?
Yeah.
My stomach hurts thinking about that.
No, dude, my stomach now could not even get through half of that.
No way.
No, there's no way. But when I would, because what would happen was I would be literally 0 carb for 12 weeks, and you don't recognize it, and this kind of goes into like a mental / like whatever. But bad food habits is what I got from that. That's a big reason why my gut issues are where they're at, because I would binge food. I would binge that much food.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, every single time.
My buddy, he would get done with prep, and he would binge eat. And he just couldn't. He'll tell you like, I just can't stop. But because your body,
it becomes like an addiction.
An addiction. It's like something you ain't had in so long. You want it now, right?
And you don't want to stop.
Oh my god, dude! I get done with it like when last year I think. Yeah, last year when I got done, the only thing I wanted was the clean chicken tenders.
The
remember the ones you have to make?
The real good.
The real good.
Yes.
That's the only thing I wanted. And I ate that with my rice, and that was it, bro. No, a gas station donut. That's really what you, bro. That thing is terrible.
You know, it is terrible.
It is awful.
No, that was my second show. So my coach would do it to where it was you would basically deplete and then have a cheat meal at the end of the week. And it was whether you were 20 weeks out, he would just stop them 3 weeks out. That was his protocol.
Okay.
You could have a cheat meal every week, but 3 weeks out, we're going to stop.
Man, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, but I don't think I would want donuts, chocolate, blizzards. Oh, no.
Well, I think it was a different era. So, because you would watch like the Lee Priests and like all that shit, and like they were just eating a bunch of Jay Cutler would eat like In-N-Out burger. I'll show you another picture. This is another one.
You talking about burgers and fries? Yeah.
No, yeah, like that. Bro, first of all, this picture is crazy, but
bro, you're such a baby. What are you, 12?
No, I was 20. I was like 20.
You're a child.
No, yeah, bro. I would literally, bro. Like this is crazy.
You would get that at the end.
I would swear to God, I'm not even playing. I'm gonna put these up, and y'all are gonna be like, "What the?"
If you told me, hey man, you get to die for the week, and then you get a cheat meal.
Pancakes at IHOP.
Sign me up. Okay, that's
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
if you told me, you like, hey JB, I want you to die Monday through Friday. Saturday you get a cheat. Sunday I want you to die again. I would be like, line it up. That's the best you got. That's the best you got.
No, yeah. But it's funny though, because the thing is I can never peak properly because I didn't have it digested.
I was gonna say, how do you even?
You don't. The protocol was just like, all right, we're gonna peak. I still have it somewhere. I'll have to.
How do you peak that? Because it's like, all right, man.
The peak week was cookie cutter.
He will give you burger and fry the night before and
literally
100 grams of rice.
No. I swear to God, it would be Monday. We start water loading. You keep the diet the same. We start pulling cardio. He doesn't even pull it all the way. He just pulled like one increment at a time. And then Friday, every fucking show I did, burger and fry beef meal 6. Well, you like to mess with me? We might do it. No, we're doing it for sure.
Yeah, we for sure.
I'd eat a burger and fried, and it was always I always ate Carl's Jr. I would get Carl's Jr. and he'd be like, "You can have a sip of soda." I'm like, "A sip of like any soda?" Yeah. Like literally, I still to this day don't actually understand what the point of the soda was.
I guess just the flavor, just like, okay, you did it.
I guess, but like sugar, The sodium?
I don't see why you.
I don't understand. Like, he was like, get a Coke or Dr. Pepper, swear to God. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I literally would, like this. That was it. Done. And then I would go to sleep and I'd wake up and compete. And I would have pancakes the next morning. It was pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah, which that's
I've
normal.
seen people be depleted and can't fill out, like being very depleted and can't fill out.
Yeah.
I understand. I get that.
But that's a reason. Yeah. I don't have a reason. Every other person on the team had the same protocol.
But you couldn't tell why you did it that way?
No.
You could. Oh, my God.
No, I was just like, do I need to fill out that bad? He'd be like, no, I would just, whatever. And then every other person on the same protocol, even to this day, this same person still coaches people. And it's not to talk shit. I've had clients from him. It's the same fucking protocol.
That's awesome.
And this is in 2015.
Hey, man, you're going to die Monday through Friday, but you get to go nuts on Saturday.
Yeah, just Saturday nuts. And then you're going to do 2.5 hours of cardio.
Prior?
And take a lot of clenbuterol.
Oh.
The whole time.
But you get to have whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's like, but you get to have whatever you want.
Yeah, so you said I can have.
I'm not putting dosages out there, but I'm going to tell you after this, and you're going to laugh.
Dude, that's nuts. I just don't, I can't. I'm not going to argue with that. I actually be like, hey, man, you know what? That sounds like a great idea.
I'm not arguing, but the thing is, I'm sitting here and I spilled over.
Yeah, you want to lie.
Like,
yeah.
I'm so glad they don't, like we talked about it, I'm so glad they didn't judge me at finals. So that was just a watery sack of crap.
Yeah. I don't see the point. There's no science behind it. There's no, hey, I know what your body going to do.
No.
This, and that.
It was just cookie cutter.
It just, hey, man, we've been doing this for 13 weeks. It always seems to
13?
work. 20, 25?
35.
We've been doing this for 35 weeks, and this burger and fry and pizza and shake ain't let us down.
Work.
They ain't let us down yet. That's funny.
Oh, shit.
That's
all
funny.
right. We'll end it there. Fuck, dude, that was funny, bro. Burger. I'm about to go eat after this. You had a burger yesterday, so.
Oh, my God. It was amazing.
No, but hey, guys, we're going to be eventually bringing on, actually, not even eventually, pretty soon here, a special guest. We are bringing on some ideas, but we would love to hear who you would want for us to bring on.
Yeah.
We obviously are pretty well known in the industry, especially here in San Antonio. So if you guys have any friends or have anyone that you would recommend or somebody that's dope to talk about certain things like this, and especially more so open, because we're very dialogue. I don't want any sort of we don't need to edit. Like when we're doing editing, I'm literally just trying to make sure, like when the camera dies or little stuff like that,
we don't edit a lot,
raw as shit.
Yeah.
So if you guys got any suggestions or anyone you want to see get on here and think would be a good fit, please comment down below.
Or a topic that you want us to talk with that person with.
Oh yeah.
Just in general, that's fine too. We usually try to find topics that are fun to talk about. Something that get people interested, like y'all, the audience. But if you have something or something you want to talk about, hey, don't be afraid to comment below. We'll talk about it. Believe me, we go left, right, up, down with any type of everything, conversational wise. So yeah,
we'll start talking conspiracy theories. I don't care. It'll be fun.
Those are fun. We talk about that. I still believe in the Mothman. We can get into that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You don't believe in Mothman?
No, bro, there's no way.
The chupacabra?
Okay, yeah, chupacabra, but it's a fucking wolf with a disease.
You don't. So you don't believe in a Mothman, but you believe in a chupacabra?
That's a fair point.
How you can't pick and choose, bro.
Yes, I can.
You can't pick and choose.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, damn. See, you just picked and choose.
No, I did. I believe in Bigfoot. I believe in the chupacabra, and I believe in the Mothman.
Okay, hold up. Mothman.
The dude with the big moth that flies around? Yes, absolutely. I believe in him.
You think somebody literally walks around with a moth that's that big?
No, he is the Mothman. He flies around.
There's no way that he flies around.
If you go to YouTube, I guarantee you'll find one. I watched the video. When I was younger, I forgot what it's called.
You need to find it and send that to me.
But they were like, the dude had a camera. He's driving, and they went to go look for the Mothman, and the thing flew next to his door, and they screamed, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's the Mothman!" Literally, the thing looked, and boom, gone. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I was young, though. I was like,
all right, you know what? You might light me on this one because this might end up in a paranormal podcast after this.
You believe in the? Lechuse. You believe in Lechuse? Everybody believes in Lechuse.
Yes, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
I tried to explain that to somebody. They're like, I don't believe in it. I was like, go try it.
Okay, out of all of them, that one's pretty convincing.
Yeah, I said go try it. I was like,
yeah. Actually, we're in San Antonio. Have you ever been to the train tracks?
Oh, what, the kids push you?
Yeah.
I told somebody about that. I was like, no, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
I will put the baby powder on the door. I don't care.
Yeah. You're doing for that shit? Like, you would do it?
Oh, I would do it. I would put baby powder on it.
Would you go into, like, an asylum?
Yeah, but I'm not touching nothing. No,
okay, fair enough.
You can go, but you don't need to touch anything. I'm okay with that. There's one in Cuero they have where you can walk around and, like, they tell you don't touch anything.
Yeah.
I would go with people that would not touch. I don't want to go with somebody that's gonna touch something.
Oh yeah. No,
then I have to leave you there by yourself because you're not coming with me.
That's so true. Because otherwise we're
already messing up going here.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna bring it with no.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page there. Because fuck that shit.
I'm black, so
he said
I'm already behind the level of with you got the I'm already behind. I'm good.
He said that's it right there.
Yeah, no. Somebody I ain't gonna say it.
Episode 6 coming. Man, you really said these jeans is tight.
Them jeans are tight, boy.
Oh, my legs are just ginormous.
You train legs every other week.
Fuck you. You know what's fucked up is that's true.
Yeah, right now.